Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the Hothouse Flowers collection from the indie brand Pahlish. This collection is made up of 3 very delicate cream shades, 2 neons, and 3 very jewel-toned crellies with lots of flakies in them. This is a very stunning collection. It's not exactly the most current. We're looking at a lot of fall collections now, but I really just couldn't help myself. This is one of the indie brands out there that I just really have a hard time not purchasing from again and again and again because I just really love the collections that they come up with. So as always, I'm going to give you a live application review of this whole collection so that you can see how they apply. I know that they are currently supposed to be restocking. By the time I post this, they may all be restocked, but I know that the maker is trying to get everything back in stock. So I, as always, will list in the description bar below where you can purchase these. I really do like that this collection does sample from a variety of different formulas. We have, the creams, we actually have some neon things in here, and then the crellies. It really does make it fun that you can, pick which things you're interested on based upon that, and maybe not just color alone based upon, which formula you like. So I would like to start with the 3 creams. Here are the colors. Aren't those beautiful? So this collection does feel, very spring going into summer, but with those neons, it's just really definitely summer. And then you've got these jewel-toned crellies that I feel like are taking it into fall. Just another thing about the collection that I do enjoy. So let's talk about these 3 creams. They all have basically the same formula. What you want to do with these 3 creams is do 3 kind of lighter handed coats because they all have very, very fine flaky shimmer in there, and it's very, very small, very delicate, and so for that reason I think that the maker made them more sheer on purpose so that the the very delicate components of this polish were able to shine through, because I think if they had made it too opaque, then you really wouldn't have been able to pick up on the little intricacies. So let's go ahead and start looking at them individually and you'll see what I mean. The first polish that I want to talk about is called African Moon, and this is a gorgeous orchid, just a very light pastel purple shade, very candy looking. So as you can see, I'm showing you the bottle shot. It has very, very subtle blue, like an indigo blue, kind of flaky shimmer going on. It's very, very delicate to where if you don't know to look for it, you won't really see it, but if you know to look for it, you can see it well. Does that make any sense? So it definitely stands out, but from far away it may just look like you were wearing, just this absolutely gorgeous color by itself. So I am doing 3 coats here, and I'm doing them with a light hand on purpose because I think if you get too impatient with this polish, it can build up too quickly and then it can get, runny where it will go off to the sides and things like that. So I preferred the application at 3 thin coats. That way you can really see the depth of this polish with the little pieces in there. And I really love this color. This polish is one of the reasons why I really wanted to review this collection, because it's one of my favorite colors ever. I definitely loved African Moon. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of 3-coat polishes, but I think for something like this, it was probably pretty important to stick to that kind of formula. Next up, we're going to look at Balloon Flower, which is a periwinkle purple. It's very, very light lavender to periwinkle. This has the same formula as the last one, where I actually was able to get this slightly more opaque at just the 2 coats, but if you want to just do the same kind of application so you can be sure of having, a nice even nature to this polish and you can really be able to see all those little bits. This time we've got they're almost black bits. I'm not sure if they're just extremely dark and dark blue or if they are straight up black bits in the polish. This really gives kind of a robin's egg look on the nail. I really enjoyed this a lot as well. So yeah, Balloon Flower, another favorite. Last up from the creams in this collection, we have Grass of the Dew, and it's what I have on my nails in this video, and it's a very sea foam green, and in here our very small specks are like a light fuchsia purple, and I can actually see a little bit of gold in there as well. Really fun combination there. Again, you've got the same formula. I would suggest 3 light-handed coats so that you don't build this up too heavily, and in the same respect, if you're kind of going light with them, they're going to dry a little bit faster and you're going to have a nicer time with this. So I definitely loved this enough to want to go ahead and go for that third coat, just like the first two that I showed you. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. It's understated. It's just so soft. I feel like you could even make this work appropriate. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we're going to look at the two neons in the collection, and we're really talking about neon polishes here. Aren't these bright? This is gorgeous. So it's really fun that these are right next to those very soft, somewhat muted spring shades, and then you've got, you know, neon right in your face. So the first one I want to talk about is called Blood Lily, and that's the orange neon here. It's kind of an orangey coral. You've got a little bit of sweetness in there, and then you've got gold and pink. It's like a pink to fuchsia shimmer. Very, very strong shimmer. I did like these best at 2 to 3 coats. It really depends on you, you know, how you feel about your neons, if they have to be absolutely opaque, or, you know, since a lot of neons don't get necessarily super opaque anyway. I actually found myself feeling like I was fine with 2 coats on this. I love the shade. This is incredibly hot and bright, one of the funnest shades of neon to wear, I feel like. And we're still in the end of summer. I feel like it's perfect timing to rock this shade. I really enjoyed Blood Lily. Next up for the neons, we have Bromeliad, and this is a beautiful hot pink neon. And this one has some of the largest flakies, definitely the largest that we've seen so far in this collection. And it has its gold flakies, we've got some purple in there, we've also got some smaller dark purple. So you've definitely got an interesting look on the nail here, nothing too uniform. It's a really fun, you know, way to break up the nail and a way to wear a pink neon. I'm positive I don't have anything in my collection like this. I was thrilled with how this looked, and again, it has a great formula, 2 to 3 coats depending, you know, how you prefer your neons to look. You could definitely gloss this one and the other one up really nice and shiny with a top coat, but this is Bromeliad. Alright, so we are to the last portion of the collection, and here are our jewel toned crellies, and these 2 purples here are definitely the reason that I really wanted to pick up this collection in the first place. I really enjoyed everything in the collection, but these are the ones that I kept seeing on Instagram that I was just gagging over. They were so beautiful, so I just knew I had to have them and just, you know, review the whole collection, not just pick up these 2, because I really do love this brand so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the first here that is called Flame of the Forest, and this is our kind of burnt ember shade. This is a gorgeous mix between brown and a red, you know, like a burnt orange, red orange. So it's a crelly base, and then it's just absolutely jam-packed. All of these last 3 are just packed to the brim with shimmer, and so you really can't, you know, tell where one thing begins and one thing ends. It's that dense. So we've got gold in here, we've got red flakies in here. It's just so delicious. I actually see a bunch of things going on. So this one is so beautiful. Out of the last 3, just color preference, this one wasn't as, you know, strong for me as the other 2, but that's just completely because I was just blown away by the colors of the other 2. But I think this one is a really strong showing for fall. I'm probably just going to want to pull this out all fall and just feel so warm and toasty in this shade. Loving it. Okay, it's really hard to pick a favorite between these last 2. I'm going to go with the plummy one first. This one is called Moth Orchid, and this, oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. Okay, so talk about jewel toned majesty. These last 2 polishes, you could just paint my whole body in them and I would be happy. So again, we've got this plum crelly just absolutely packed with, you know, again, this plum shimmer micro glitters in here, but it's not the kind that are going to make your nail textured in any way. We've got gold flakies again in here. We have just so many shades of purple and red going through here. Oh, this is so stunning. Moth Orchid, definitely a favorite for me. Alright, last up we have Rum Runner Hibiscus, and this is definitely the culprit. I loved all the rest of them, but this is the one that I just kept coming back to and being like, okay, wait, that combination is just too stunning to not purchase and put on my nails. So what this is this it's deep indigo purple. It's definitely riding that line between blue and purple. This one is actually probably, the base is the most sheer out of the last 3, but I'm willing to put up with that because you can just see so much of the interesting nature of this polish coming through because they made it a little bit more sheer. The reason why I think this polish is so great is because of the gold flaky nature in there, standing out very strong against the blue purple, background, it's just that color combination is so special to me, and I find it just so delicious. It's definitely a coppery gold. It's a warm, deepened, bronzy or coppery gold. It's so, so beautiful. So yeah, this one's really, really special. I hope that they keep restocking this forever so everyone can get their hands on this. I love it so much. Alright guys, so I think you could probably tell which ones my favorites were. I think out of the creams and the neons, you could maybe pick which one out of those is your favorite. You know, pick one cream, pick one neon. I mean, unless of course you have totally fallen in love with this whole collection like I have after watching this review. But then I think when it comes to those crellies, I think that they really do just blow the whole collection out of the water. I just feel like they are really the stars of the show. Even though I truly loved everything in this collection, that's just where my eye keeps going. I'm just like a laser beam straight to those polishes. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it helped you get a pretty good look at what to expect from this collection and from this brand. If you haven't ever tried this brand out and you've been watching me review them, this might be the time, you guys. I don't know what they're doing for fall, but they had some beautiful collections for summer. I hope you had some fun hanging out with me today. I certainly had fun presenting these polishes to you and swatching them, and it is just such a treat. And please let me know in the comments below which one your favorite was, and if you have tried any polishes from this brand that I definitely need to know about and add to my collection. I would always love to know that. If there are any indie brands out there that you would like to see show up on my channel, you can always let me know that in the comments. That's super appreciated as well. I hope you're having a great day. I will see you guys in my next review. Take care. Bye.